Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. So I hope you're all well and joining me today for a little mass make. So 6x6 papers, I've got loads of them. I'm sure I showed you at the beginning of this season the great big pack that I bought from the charity shop. This is just a few. I've got some candle wax on there. Look, I just spilt a candle. I didn't think I'd got my papers, but obviously I did. Yeah, but I've only brought, obviously this will be more than enough for what I'm going to make. I'm going to mass make some coin envelopes, just to use some of the papers up because they're going to get dog-eared, and you know, even if I save them for next year, there's too many for another season's crafting. So yes, I'm going to make some coin envelopes like this. I'll only make this size, but that's, you know, they're perfect for tags or small tags, or, you know, little pieces of ephemera embellishments to put in and send to people. And I don't know if I showed you this, so I have been squaring up a little bit, moved bits around in my craft room, and yeah, getting a bit more organised. And I found this, which I think I told you about but didn't show you at the end of November. So this is a freebie, and it's from, you can see by the, if you can read it, it's from Tanya at Tatty Treasure. It's from the Facebook group, that's it. So Tatty Treasure and Friends. And it's another freebie that Nanine has created for Tanya to give away to members of the Facebook group. So I'm sure most of you are members there now, but if you're not, you know, it's really worth it. I mean, it's a lovely community. It's lovely for the chat and to share, etc. But, you know, it's also worth it for the, you know, the bits and pieces you get free, because Tanya is very, very generous. So, yeah, I think she must have been the end of November, even though it's the December one. She put this up so that you could obviously use it for your December dailies. And I think when I was doing a couple, I said there's going to be the perfect thing online for you to put in them. So yeah, so I was thinking, I just saw it there as well, and I was thinking, because I'm going to make myself a December daily, it won't be the whole of December, it'll probably only be 10 days, perhaps up to Christmas, so perhaps from about the 14th onwards. But I thought, wouldn't it be nice to make, you could make like an advent calendar out of these. So put a day, a number on each one of these, and you could open one, you know, each day. They don't have to have presents in them. They could have sayings. They could have jokes in them. That would be good, wouldn't it? They could, you know, like crackers. Or they could have, you know, like promises in them. I don't know, just a thought when I saw that there anyway, because I mean, it's just waiting to be cut out. Yeah, so coin envelopes. So they're really, really easy. I will just, I'll just show you how I make them, and I shall just then go on and make all these papers up and let you see them. I might, oops, so sorry, that's me rolling my sleeves up. Belted you. I might just decorate a couple as well. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So I put my 6x6 paper on. I'm on my small scorer. If you don't have a scorer, you can still do this. You could either use your ruler and just put lines down, or you could just fold it guessing. It really is that easy. So, but I'm a bit of a wonky folder, so this is the thing for me. So I'm just going to turn it sideways so that I can, because I can't get right under it for the camera. So that is the top. You can probably see that's the top. That's where my numbers go, and it is in inches. So it's 6-inch paper, so we're going to have 2 flaps round the back. These 2 flaps. I think I showed you one like this open a couple of videos ago, but I didn't show you how to actually make it. So these need to be slightly more than 1.5 inches, so that this back is slightly less than 3 inches. So there's a bit of a cover over, yeah, to stick it down. So I'm going to go 1.5 and then just 1, which is, what is it, an 1/8 of an inch, I think. And then to make sure I've got it exactly the same, I'm just going to turn it around and do it in the same spot. So 1.5 is there, and then 1, just straight down, and then turn it sideways. So the bottom, I want a slightly smaller flap than the top. So for the bottom, I'm just going to go 3/4 of an inch and make a line. And then the top, I'm going to go an inch and a quarter, I think. Can't remember what I did last time, but you know, it depends how big you want your flaps to be. Your flaps. Your sides have got to be that size. Yep, so if I fold it over just so you can see that it fits properly. And obviously you've now got those lines where you can see to cut. So these 4 corners need to come out. Yeah, I think you can see it better on the white. But you're better with the flaps that you leave being at a bit of an angle. So if you kind of do them, not too much, otherwise they won't cover what you need them to. But can you see how that is a little bit of an angle there? And then this piece is coming out, and you need to do the same with these flaps, a little bit, just a touch, but at an angle. Yep, so just go around and do all of that. Now you can, if you want to be extremely precise, fold it in half without actually creasing it that way and cut your flaps together. But I'm more likely to crease it doing it like that. So I just guesstimate roughly where I want it. Try not to go in too far. That's it. So you pull those 4 bits out, which I'm not going to save. Yep, then your 2 sides in, that one up. You can see that's not quite the same, isn't it? You can you know, you can trim it the same once you, yeah. So your flaps are upside down on your patterned paper, but your front is all the right way. And then oh, what's there? The glue's on the other side. Yeah, fastening them up is really, really easy. So you just put a line. Oops, no, that wouldn't have been good, would it? Never got anything in it. So a line down that bit there, a line of glue down that piece there. You know, making sure it's the bit that overlaps. Yeah, so you've got like 2 beads of glue down there, keeping that closed. Yeah. And then the same across the bottom. Now you could fold them up and just put them in on a paper clip and have them as a, you know, open out as a journaling spot. And then we don't, obviously, we don't glue the top piece, because that is where you're going to, now you could put a little notch in it, you could make it smaller, you can do whatever you want with your top piece. And how big you make your flaps will make a difference to how tall your, obviously, your little pockets are. So let me just glue a couple of these so that they can be gluing, and then so that it can be setting, drying. And then I'm going to kind of do it mass make style and crease all my papers, and then cut all the centres out, corners out, and then glue them all. Sort of Santa's workshop style, shall we say. Like a little elf all on my own. Don't know, there's just something about them in these lovely papers. Cute. Obviously you don't have to do them in 6x6 papers. You can do them in any papers you've got. You could make bigger coin envelopes if you had, you know, used bigger papers. I just want to use up, this is me using up some of these papers, and my idea is that I'm going to share some of these coin envelopes that I'm making with people to get them used up this year, not sitting around. I mean, you know, a packet of 5 or 6 of those is a nice little present, isn't it, for somebody to, you know, a crafter to have a little play with. So I've just got this one which I didn't do quite right, but nobody can tell. I fixed it. Yeah, make sure you don't get glue on that middle piece like that. Oops, you're asking for all kinds of trouble. You won't get your envelope open. Yep, it's dried. Oh, yes, so you can see it barely fits. So you probably can guess now what I did wrong. I did 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches and a blob one side, and 1.5 inches minus a blob the other side, and then it wouldn't fit, which is why I now turn it round and I've got it absolutely certain the same. You can see it's a bit wider than those. Yeah, you can see that one's taller, so that I obviously made a shorter flap on it. Cute open. Right, let me put my lid on this glue, because those are the 4 that I've got done and they're all stuck. Whoops, sorry about that clatter. And we can just get on and do some. Let's see if I can talk while I'm doing it or not. So I'll just talk you through a couple more. So 1, 1.5 and 1 line. Yeah, so what I did when I did that one wrong then was counted in 1.5 and a blob that way, and obviously it just didn't work out the same. So this is the easiest way for me, 1.5 and an extra line that way, and then the bottom 3/4 of an inch, and the top, what did I do last time? 1, might make them a bit, did I do 1 1/4? Yeah, I think that's big enough. So let's see if I can. That doesn't look like it's got a right way up. That's good. Oh, dug through it. Not too much, but yeah, I was obviously, to remember it's only paper, I was a bit keen. So maybe I can put a label or something around the corner of that one. That's a shame because I really like this paper. So don't do that too often, Denise. 3/4. So you can see the lines much better on the white on the back. And what did we say? 1.5. Did we say 1.5? That seemed a big one. Don't think I did I? No, I think it was 1 1/4. Like I say, it doesn't matter. You can choose your own sizes. What matters is these side pieces. Am I in the right place there? Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, so I don't know that I can talk while I'm doing it. I've got to concentrate on what I'm doing. But I can say I hope you're all well, having fun, crafting. Yeah, I did 1.5 again then. I've got that 1.5 measurement in my head. It seems quite a nice day here. I haven't opened all my blinds, to be honest. What am I doing? 1.5 and a line, that's it. So yeah, the rest I can probably do while I'm talking, but this one not so much. Yeah, but it looks quite a nice day. I can't hear any wind or rain or snow, so that's always good. You'll be surprised to know that Luke, because I keep saying my nephew, nobody knows what he's called. Luke is in bed. It is still morning. 3/4, yeah, that's right. But my hubby has gone to work a few hours ago now. Right, 1 1/4. Let's do some 1 1/4 ones. Yeah, so once again I'm here in the peace and quiet, but I do, let's have a big boo everybody, boo. I do have to do some housework today, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be sat here for long. It is a much bigger house. I think I've told you that before, that we've moved to, and yeah, it takes quite a bit more. Right, that's the bottom. Well, it takes longer, shall we say, to clean it. I mean, I'm not doing anything major. Don't get feeling too sorry for me, but yeah, once I've done an hour or so, I kind of head towards the sofa, shall we say, and perhaps the TV, a bit of crocheting or knitting, rather than coming back in here. I don't know why. Just a comfy sofa, probably. Did I do 1 1/4 there? 1.5 1/4. I feel that I might not have. Let me just check it. Yeah, so I have got. Did I? No, I didn't. right back there. Right, it's on the flap, so that's fine as long as I fold it in the right place. Yeah, I have got, if you remember I said I was knitting something for my to be born yet but not long new great nephew. There, yeah. And to be honest, I very nearly finished it and then, you know, put it down and haven't picked it up for ages. So I think that might be, once I've done my work, that might be the order of the day today, because, you know, he's due before Christmas and you know how soon Christmas is. Yeah, can you see there where I didn't go in far enough, but I'm folding on that line so that extra little crease will be on the back. Won't really show. Gosh, am I really going to do all these? I got a lot out, didn't I? Are you enjoying looking at the paper? I hope so. Because, yeah, watching me draw lines is not scintillating, I understand that. Maybe I'll stop in a minute and start creating some, just so you can see what they look like made up. I have got one more little thing that I want to do with you actually, so something else that's been started or that I've shown you and has got no further. Oh, I did a big 1.5 now on that one. Right, just one more. Ooh, which one do I really have to have? That green one, I think. I will do the other 4 once I stop filming, before I start cleaning. 1.5 and a blob. One and a blob. Do you know what I mean by a blob? 1/8 of an inch, I think it is. It's the next line along anyway. I do have my own unique measuring, what's the word I'm looking for? Words? Let's go back to 1 1/4 with this one. Pretty coloured paper that, isn't it? Right, that's enough of that. I've done quite a lot actually. I'll keep this little bone folder. Make sure I've done them all the right way. So just fold them all in so that yeah, you've got, oh sorry, you've got nice easy to follow lines when you're cutting. And just chop out those corners. So it's a yeah, nice, easy, gentle way to use up some stash and pass an hour of your time, I guess. I think I told you my hubby went out yesterday for a Christmas meal and work Christmas meal. We are going in a couple of days' time. His mum has her birthday in the first week of December, and on the very same day is our grandson, Tom or Thomas. His birthday is exactly the same as his great grandma's. So we will be, his mum doesn't live near us, but she's coming over for a few days to stay with one of her sisters. So we'll be going out and having a Christmassy meal for a birthday, and well, I want to say a walk around the shops, but I'm not able to do that anymore. We'll be going to a garden centre, I think, and then I can do a little bit of, you know, walk around a little bit as far as I can, and then gorgeous, I will be sitting in a cafe. That's a shame, isn't it? in the garden centre, while Neil and his mum go off and do a bit more. So, oops, it's not very straight. What happened there? Perhaps the paper isn't straight. Yeah, it'd be nice for him to have a chatter to his mum a bit. Hopefully they will chatter. I mean, it's me that keeps the conversation going. That surprises you, doesn't it? Yeah, boys don't chatter much, do they? You never knows what to say to to his mum after about half an hour. It's all been said and done. So yeah, that'll be nice. I must admit I'm not overly keen on being out and about. Sorry to bring it up, the COVID at the minute. It still worries me a little bit. I don't know if that's irrational fear now, or I just feel like things might be getting bad here again. I don't watch the news too much because it's very depressing, isn't it? But I do know that they've just reintroduced or enforced, wearing this is thick paper. Yeah, wearing face masks in the shops again, which had been kind of downgraded to. I folded that the wrong way. Now it's just really thick paper. To your choice, really. So they were advising it, but not making people do it. Wasn't the law, as it were. And to be fair, a lot of people did stop wearing them. But yeah, they've now reinforced that it's back to. So I don't know if they're being cautious because everyone's out and about for Christmas, or it's something to do with some new strains that are around. I don't know. I got onto this subject. We don't really want to be on this subject, do we? But yeah, I'm going out and looking forward to it, but not also. Because I expect it will be very busy everywhere. I mean, the garden centre's one that I think most of them do now, but they have, a huge Christmas decoration department, apart from the rest of, everything else there will be decorated up anyway, but they have a huge place for the lights and the trees and the ornament. I mean, it's beautiful, but of course it will be absolutely packed. It normally is, and people haven't been out for a couple of years to do that, have they? So everybody's desperate to go out and spread a bit of cheer. It's worrying. I mean, I have had all my injections, and I'm just about to have this week my booster, and I've had my flu jab, so I've done about as much as I can. It's just, I think, when you're if you suffer ill health, or you've suffered it for a while, I've been a few years now, you just don't want any more. Enough is enough. I want to start, getting better and feeling healthy instead of worrying about getting worse. Alright, let's talk about something more cheerful. That's very depressing, isn't it? Looking at beautiful papers and talking about depressing things. I think these might be one of my new favourites. They're just so cute. I mean, I loved this. We've got 3 to go. I loved this paper anyway when I got it. And I was thinking, these are going to make some fab things. And to be honest, I've not done an awful lot with it. I've really gone for the kits this year, so I've used loads of Christmas kits. I've not particularly had to dip into the papers much. So this is a nice change. I am still racking my brains for Christmas presents. I think I said I'm not doing too much Christmas present wise. The grandkids are teenagers and they're having money, although I will want something from to open up. Christmas Day is very sad without any mysterious presents there that you don't know what's in my opinion. Yeah, that won't prove too difficult anyway, but I mean, this is the same every year. Buying for mum and mother-in-law, absolute nightmare. Have everything they could possibly want, in the nicest possible way. Won't ever tell you anything because they don't want you to waste your money on them. you know, you can't really buy them generic things because they've got so much anyway, you know, some lovely smellies and, you know, all the normal Christmassy stuff. They've got cupboards of it from over the years, both of them. So yeah, flipping nightmare. And they're like, don't bother, just get me a card. And you're like, no, that's not going to happen, but gosh, what am I going to get them? I don't know. Dad, on the other hand, always knew. He always had a little bit of something in mind that he wanted, which was nice. And to be honest, Neil's about the same. He does want some fishing stuff. We've done all the sport over the years. I don't know if I've told you before, is it? Oh, what did I do there? Did it again? Look. That's not right, is it? I must have gone in instead of out. And I really like this paper, so let's see if I can fix it. Yeah, golf and... where are we there? Let's go in. What am I going to do now? Well, I did go in where I was supposed to. 1 1/4 and a bit. I didn't that way. 1 1/2 and a bit. That's what I didn't do there. Look. Let's see if I can fix it. I think I probably can. So yeah, golf is golf mad. I don't know if I probably haven't told you. I can't remember now. I've told you what I haven't, but he had quite a bad cancer scare a good few years ago. And gosh, how can I make this a short story? It was throat and neck cancer. They had to remove quite a big tumour from his neck, which went into the muscle. That's better, look. That's a bit of a strange shape there. I think if I have the bottom ones fastened and that one has the flap, I'll do it now while I remember. There's not really much there to glue down, is there? How did I manage that? No, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. We'll give that one up. And this one looks the same. Oh no, that's all right. Yeah, so they had to take part of his muscle anyway. Which has meant he can't lift one of his arms very high up over his head. The one he can, you know, can't paint ceilings and things like that. So the golf had to go, is what I was getting at, goodness me. So he had to pack in the golf, which was his... It only just meets though, look. I don't know what I was doing, I was obviously gossiping. Yeah, golf was his first true love. Well, football and cricket was his first true love. He used to play when he was young, in teams. That was every weekend, all the time that he was off. I used to go with him. He broke his cheekbone. Somebody kicked him in the face, not on purpose, playing football, but with a football boot. So, yeah, pushed his cheekbone in, made a right mess of it. Which, strangely enough, is a cricketer's injury, because normally it's a cricket ball that hits your cheek and breaks it, but it wasn't. It was football that got him, because he used to play football all winter and cricket all summer. Oh, I did that one upside down. No, I didn't. That's right. It is only just meeting though again like that one. I'll have to have a look at that in a minute. Okay, let's get these glued and then move on to what I'm going to do with you. Yeah, so cricket and football. Are you bored with all this? And then golf and fishing. Sometimes all of them at the same time. You know, he had the stuff, the gear. And then the football and the cricket went once he started to get a little bit older, and you know, the broken cheekbone, I think, unnerved him a little bit, because he had a bad operation for that as well. Yeah, and then he got rid of all the fishing gear. Decided he wasn't going to fish anymore. Can't even remember why, to be honest. I think it was when we got the dog, because it was just sitting there, and we got a little Jack Russell. He'd wanted a dog for years, and she was gorgeous. She became the light of our life, but She needed every second of his time, which he gave gladly, to run the energy off her, because she was full of it. Yeah, and we lost her to cancer, bless her. I don't know, we're back miserable again, aren't we? Anyway, I think that's probably why I gave up fishing. So he's decided he wants to take it up again. That one only just fits. So I think fishing gear for Christmas. Right, to check that that isn't sticking down there. It is. Yeah, so don't chat when you're making them, otherwise you won't get your measurements right. Oh, that's 3 I've got to fix now. How many have I made? 2. Oh no, I did those others. Oh, I was so excited as well. Perhaps I shouldn't chat while I'm doing them. Are you going to fit? Yes. And obviously I'm easy to buy for because it's just craft stuff. And my sister the same, actually. Thank goodness. And her hubby is a guitar player, acoustic, more classical, I think, whatever you call it. Anyway, he's played for years. He's really very good. But he goes through guitar strings, which are very expensive. And although it seems boring for us buying them all the time, he's always thrilled. We always say, what do you want for Christmas? And it's always the same answer. Guitar strings. So we try and find him some little, obviously, wrap-ups that are a little bit more interesting to us. But I guess new guitar strings are interesting to him. How do I do that one upside down now? So yeah, I won't be, and all of those can be got online, and I certainly won't be choosing the fishing gear, obviously. Luke, I don't know, but there's 1,000 things I could buy him as a teenager. So I'll just wait until a bit nearer and hear what he's got to say on the subject. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you what we're getting our daughter because she might be listening. But I've already decided, and that's looking forward to getting that. I think I can get it online though, so although I've not got much done, to be fair, I haven't got a lot to do really. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just spotted over here this Christmas tree. I wondered if it will go on there. I was thinking it would go on that spotty one, but I've messed it up. I've got a little bit of white showing there as well. Oh, now I've made a chunk. Perhaps I should be cleaning and not crafting today. I'm going to put that on because I like it, and it's got glitter on it and it wants using up. How long have I been? Been a while. Right, I've only got a little thing to do with you now to show you. It's just a little bit of prep really for tomorrow's video. Something I think you might be pleased to see again, I hope. Yeah, that maybe wants a Christmassy word on the top. It is only an envelope, Denise. Stick your edges down. Cute. Yeah, so I've got 3 to fix and 4 to still make. I am going to do them all. We'll fix them all. So that's 7 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 and 7, 15. 3 packs of 5. Yeah, here we go. Do you remember this little cutie? I was going to put on the front of a journal and then completely changed my mind for something else because it didn't go with the colour of the journal. Yeah, I want to use him. Yeah, so I thought I would make just a small journal or a notebook or whatever, using a couple of these envelopes, these craft envelopes, as the cover. And I've just got some scrapbooking paper here, 2 pieces that have been cut down to make them more manageable. Got out. There's one there. but they're two 12 by 12s that have been cut down. So two lots of tartan or check or plaid, depending on where you come from as to what you call it. So I thought it looked nice on that one. So I thought I might cover the front and the back with this one, and the inside covers with that one, and then just put a put a journal inside it. So let's just do that, and then it'll be ready tomorrow for me to make a journal and pop it in. Let's glue these together. I think I better put something on my, I've got loads of papers here, on my table, because I'm giving it a bit of a bashing just recently. I've dropped some candle wax on it today. And what do I want to put it in with? Get some more gluing paper out here. I'm going to put that one in there and glue all that down then, aren't I? And then glue that on there, yeah, because they're going to be matted. So I think probably, excuse me a moment, glue stick, Scotch glue stick will do. So I'm just going to completely cover, I nearly did the inside then, the outside of this. I wonder if I'm on film. You can just about see me, can't you? Yeah, just about the whole of it. I can always add glitter to the edge if it needs it once it's in. But I'll need to move it around a little bit, so hopefully using glue stick will allow me to do that. And now I know it does soak it up, so I'm putting a lot on. Yeah, craft card really soaks up any kind of glue. Well, it seems to. Grabs it really well, I guess that's what I mean. I'm going to want it right in there as far as I can, so that will fold round it. Try and get it nice and square. As square as we can. Yeah, that looks square, doesn't it? And then, yep, same again on here. Oops, daisy. Went over onto, oh, nice, Denise, very nice. Went over onto 2 pieces of glue paper. Never mind, I have plenty. I know it's a bit wasteful, but it's not going to impact. Let's get rid of both pieces, otherwise I'll be putting my elbow in it, as you know. And just fold that over. Yeah, I did splodge a bit out, but it's going to be covered with that. I keep forgetting what it's called. Plaid, tartan. I really want it that way. I wonder if we should measure or... Oh, I thought I'd lost my ruler for a moment then, I'm sorry, I knocked you. So, yeah, I think I'd quite like to see a little bit of the card round it, the craft card round it, because I'm going to put some of this on it. Now, I saw this on Crafty Ali Creates, so Alison, hi Alison, and I've been looking for some like gilding polish, or gilding wax or something like that for ages, and I kept going on Amazon and having a look, and there was a good few on there, but I could not decide. There was, well, none of them were very cheap, but there was like cheaper and really expensive ones, and I'm like, I don't know what I want. And then when I saw Alison using this, I thought fabulous, and it wasn't really expensive, can't remember how much. I'd like to say around the £5 mark, I don't know, but I'm just guessing because I can't remember. Anyway, it wasn't extravagant, it wasn't massive, and it's got this little dauber in the top. Yes, I've had a little play. Had a little play with it, and it is literally beautiful, isn't it? You can see it's been stored on its side. I mean, I've had it stood upright for a couple of days now and it's still like that, but I don't know if it will go back. Ooh, I'd never noticed it's a bit pungent. Never noticed that when I opened it last time. Yeah, so I'd like a bit of craft card left around the outside so that I can put some of that gorgeous gold on it. So we're looking at, plus the spine is going to be in the way a little bit, isn't it? So we're looking at, we're on centimetres again, folks, I'm afraid. About 13 centimetres, I think. Just see if that gives me anywhere near a line. No, it doesn't. And let's do this one as well then. So that's 18 and a quarter, if I go 18. So if I have a piece 13 by 18, now 13 I think I can just about do on here. But I can't, can I? Because I want it that way, and 18 won't. Will 18 go in there? Oh, it will. So if I can cut the 18 somewhere near, let's have a look then. So 18 will take me to, I want to go more than 18, let's go 19. So if I cut across there, then I can trim it nice. Oh, right, I'll go for the white one now. I think that's definitely more than 19. Yeah, I can trim it nice and square because it's going to be on the front and in full view. Right, 13 is there. And what did we say? I've actually cut it at 19 and a half, so it wants 1.5 centimetres off it. Can I do that? That is a very tiny amount. I'd have been better cutting it bigger. Well, that's 2, so that must be 1.5. Must be in line with that. There. Fingers crossed. Yep, 18.1. That will do me nicely. Come out. Okay, the scrappy little bits, the tiny little bits are going in the bin now because I am running out of time to use them up. Yeah, that's going to fit nice on there now. Do you think I should put some of this around the outside of this? No, I'm not going to because it might be a bit... I'm thinking with it being like a polish, a gilding, it's not going to dry very quickly. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. So like I say, I've just used the edge of it on a piece of brown card to see what it looked like. Whoops. So I'll just use my walnut stain on the edge because, you know, it's white card inside. Or it's got a white edge. I don't know if it's card or paper. Just to get rid of that. And then I'll put gold around the actual, yeah, this needs it as well, around the actual envelope or cover, whichever you want to call it. Isn't he gorgeous? He's a little bit like my sister's dog. She's got a terrier, and another sort of, I don't think it's a Jack Russell, but it's some sort of a terrier. Yeah, she looks a bit like she's a lot older than that though. That looks like a puppy, doesn't it? Right, that is bigger than that, isn't it? No, it's not. Right, so I think I probably need to stick this on here first. Yeah, I think that will be the best thing to do. I just wanted it higher up to put a label at the bottom. So if I go perhaps across... Yeah. So yes, I'm going to stick the doggy on first. What shall I use? Shall I use Kalal? Got to keep giving it a go, haven't I? It probably is the perfect thing if I can get the spread of it. It's really hard to see on white card as well. And with the light on it, I can feel that it's coming out and I can see it in places. and I can't really feel, and I can smell it, so I know it's coming out. Oops, can't tell if it's around the edges. That should be enough though. Let's remove that. All the wasted papers from putting my new printer together. And no, Alison on Crafty Ali Creates was saying she's had a bit of a nightmare with her instant ink since she got a new printer. And I was talking to her about what printer I got, and I think she got a similar one to me, because finding a printer in the UK at the minute is pretty tricky. And I said, you know, I've had no problems with mine, changing my instant ink over and everything. Well, I have this month because my ink hasn't arrived. So it takes forever to talk to them, doesn't it? So they said, oh, you've still got 20%, still 20% ink. We send you one out when you get down to 20%. I said, well, previously I've always had one waiting. But, you know, you send us 20% ink in there, it's not printing all the colours properly, it's printing purple. So 20% is no use to me. I need it a lot more percentage than that. Do we want that on that bit front or that bit front? That bit, I think. Yeah, so sorry Alison, me too. I don't know if it's just that time of year and they're having a bit of a... Right, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to gild round this and leave it to dry before I put this and the back mat on. I'm nearly out of time with you guys anyway. I think that would be safer because I really don't want to muck up that dog. I've been waiting so long to use it. I want it to be... You can see it's a bit like jelly. Weird. No, it says you can. I've read the instructions. I don't always, but I have. It says you can put it on with your finger if you want to as well, as long as you wash your fingers afterwards, which is good to know, isn't it? And it says wash the sponge afterwards as well. Whether I'll be doing that, I don't know. Right, so I'm going on quite thick with it. That surprises you, doesn't it? Oh, it's lovely and creamy. Yeah, it's what I expected a gilding paste to kind of feel like. I'm thinking it would be nice to get your fingers in it, you know. I'm not going to, because I'll have it everywhere, as you can imagine. Not just all over the craft place, but I'd have it on door handles and everything, going to the bathroom to clean it off. So I won't yet. I'm sure I will. I'm sure at some point you'll catch me with my fingers in it when I've got organised in a cloth. Whoops. Yeah, it's nice and shiny though. It's just what I was hoping it was. I mean, it looked it on Alison's project. I think she was doing some Christmas cards, which I am going to be doing as well. I like it. It really sets that off, doesn't it? I think it wants it inside as well, but I'm just going to do the two outsides and leave it to dry, and call that a video anyway. And then hopefully I will get later on the two insides done, so that tomorrow when we fill this journal, it'll all be dry and you can see what it looks like. I will also be tomorrow evening for you, drawing the names for the giveaway for the pink journal, the Candid. Oh, you see, I'm getting a bit gung-ho now. The Candid Christmas journal, yeah, and I am sticky with it already, and I haven't had my fingers in it. Yeah, so you'll see a video first, and then I'll tell you in the video. You need to keep watching later on for the draw. And if you're not entered, you've still got time. Go over and watch the video, the one that says enter here. Yeah, it's gonna be lovely. And yeah, enter it. We haven't got a brown one that can have some gold on it, have I really? Let's just use up what's on it and do the edge of this. So thank you so much for staying with me again. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed any of this and you've managed to stay with me throughout all the prattling on. Talk to me in the comments if you've got anything to say, that'd be lovely, or just say hi. Let me know your plans over the holidays. But more than anything else, I'd love to see you back here again tomorrow when we do a bit more of this. Okay guys, have a lovely day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.